Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Well, good morning. Welcome back. I've been on hiatus for the last 3 weeks. So I hadn't had very many videos go up. You guys probably saw a video I put up about the European camper. So Jen and I were over in the UK for about 2.5 weeks on a bus tour of the UK. And so it was very interesting to kind of see the campers that they have over there. And obviously the roads over there are not the same as what they are here in the United States. And again, you know, they claim they drive on the proper side of the road. Yeah, those roads they're so much narrower. You know, it's just different. So the size of RVs over there and what they call camper vans, you know, I saw pictures of their real ginormous Class A's, and they actually use everything over there is cab over. The semi trucks are all cab overs, and I guess there's a few of those cab overs that have been converted into big Class A's. But the majority of the stuff you saw that we saw are, you know, small single axle pull behinds, or they had some little, you know, what I call a Class C. Very narrow. Some of them had tag axles. No air conditioners on any of that stuff over there. I mean, the weather, they don't have it. And the other side of it is they don't have a lot of infrastructure for RVing like we do here in the United States. You know, there's a lot of dry camp, and I never saw any place that was like a KOA or a holiday travel park or anything of that nature. So they're just dry camping everywhere. So very much different than what we got going on here. So, you know, it's just it's eye-opening when you see some of the stuff that's over there compared to the relative luxury that we have here in the States. So pretty cool. So I'm back. The boys, I got quite a bit done. I mean, you know, when the cat's away, the mice will play sometimes. So, but they did a good job. They got some stuff done. They were obviously busy with repairs. So we've got a bunch coming in today. I've got a basement air supposed to be in today from Ohio. Got another guy traveling through. We're going to be doing some work on his RV today. And then, yeah, we got quite a bit. So I've got a bunch of estimates. So it'll be a busy day for me today. I'll try to grab as much video as I can. But thank you for all the emails. I had tons and tons of emails while I was gone. I tried to answer them all on Basement Air. So I had a lot of those that I was able to answer and get back to you on email. So thanks for all the calls and emails. Got to most of you guys. So yeah. So we're going to get back at it this morning. The boys will be rolling in here a few minutes, and I'll catch as much video as I can here this morning. All right. Well, I've got my Basement Air here, and I've got a Tiffin motor coach here that Mr. Lewis is actually working on a install of a Wi-Fi booster. Let's go in here. Let me show you what we got going on here. Right, so we're going to be installing a Wi-Fi extender. Of course, we're using the King Jack. This is going to mount on the roof, and then there's a little antenna, and this is where the customer wanted that mounted because it clears the slide. And then that way it gives him plenty of access inside the camper for his Wi-Fi. Now, the box we actually mounted right here. Now, the beauty about what Tiffin has done right here is this is just a nice access panel, and there's several receptacles right here. So we've got plenty of power to operate this. And so now Lewis has got to get a wire in from the roof down through here. And then we're going to bring that wire through to the vent right here. We were going to try to take it through right there, but there's a foam wall right there. So we can get it into the return for the air conditioner right here, and then can put another hole right here, fish the wire down, and then get it all the way down behind this behind this panel right here to get everything kind of hidden, tucked away. So he does have the Verizon extender inside there, but when they're at some of the parks, because of the campers around, they lose a lot of their signal strength. So the King Jack just allows, if you've got 4 bars outside the camper, that just ensures that you have 4 bars inside the camper. So it just makes sure that signal comes in and it's nice and strong. So they're getting that worked on, and then we'll take a look at this basement air. All right, so Lewis has got the basement air out of the Vectra, and we did determine that it had a bad compressor. So as you can see, this is how the return works on that, and the discharge is down here. So again, this is the new version that we build here that we're going to be replacing this unit with, and all this is going to match up to match the discharge and the return and all that. And this is a brand new Coleman that we have modified here at Shelburne RV. Coil's been modified. We've got all the returns correct. So we're going to install that now. We're working on a big Fleetwood Discovery. As you can see, the wind is out. It's got a residential refrigerator that's got to come out. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But I'm having jack problems. Cannot get the jacks to do anything. And this does have the hydraulic leveling system on it. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. All right, so when we turn this controller on inside the coach, we just keep getting a flashing wait light. Now, this is our 12-volt power coming in, and we definitely have our 13.4. This is the power that supplies to the actual pump itself, and then this is the trigger wire. Now, at no time am I getting 12 volts. Now, I can trigger this and make the pump do what it's doing, but the controller's not sending that signal. So let me show you what's going on here. When it says wait, that blue wire should be sending a signal to that solenoid telling this thing it's time to go. And so what's happening is, and you can see where this is mounted, way up inside this bay, up underneath here. And so here's our blue wire that's coming from the trigger. Now this is the 12 volts that's supplied from that solenoid to give the controller power. But this is our blue wire for the trigger. And so this thing's in jack auto level right now. And you can see there's no 12 volts. Now listen what happens when I do this. You can hear the pump trying to work. So there's a problem with this controller because it's not allowing the 12 volts through that trigger wire to send power down to that. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, and actually we think we got a jack that's leaking down there too, but can't even get the jacks to work. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is, and you can see the wind is out of that because this residential refrigerator is bad. So now we've got to try to wrestle that out the window. Wrestle that out the window without destroying anything. And we can't mess any of this up. Can't mess the table up. I don't like residential refrigerators for that reason. That one there, that's a nice refrigerator. And that being a Whirlpool, typically we don't have a lot of trouble with Whirlpools. We have a lot more trouble with LGs and Samsungs. But you can see that's obviously a challenge to get that out of there. So there you go. Mr. Lewis has got the refrigerator out of this big Fleetwood now. Now, we did have to pull the fireplace out because the plug was back behind there and you can't reach it through that little hole. So we did have to pull that out right there. But he's got it all tore apart, got the doors off of it. So we're ready to push it out the window. Mr. Lewis has got this all modified now. We had to modify the rack a little bit right there because that's where the fan goes. But this is ready to go back in. And that's how it's done right there, unfortunately, through the window. All right, so Lewis and I had this beautiful Prevost bus come in just a few minutes ago. He's actually traveling through and does have the Coleman basement airs. And so we got to checking on this, and it was raining outside, so I didn't want to, should have grabbed my camera, I didn't. But basement air in that bay right there, well, we ended up having a bad control board. This is the original control board that was in that, so it's 20 years old, so not an uncommon situation. So Lewis and I got it changed out. Everything's golden. This board right here, he had some power at the campground that was bad, and so it just got that board because he could get an indoor fan and compressor too. Well, that's not even a sequence that these boards run in. So we got him all fixed up, and Mr. Scott's on his way back to LJ. So swung by and got it taken care of. I normally don't do that, but that one there was a quick and easy fix. All right, Mr. Lewis has got it in. So that rascal is ready to ship out. This is the new Shelburne conversion unit, ready to go. So you can see it's in. Lewis actually had 24 degrees on that one. So 24 degree differential on that rascal. So this one is ready to ship out. All right, next project on the list here is a 2021 Reflection. Now this one here just got back from V-Room out in Arizona, and this is what he found when he got home. Now it was over 102, 105 degrees in Texas where he was at. Now look at that. I want to show you something else that happened over here. Look at this right here. It was so hot out there that the heat released this sealant, and of course once it did that, the air, and you can see where it released right there, the air got underneath this and ripped this whole roof off. So extreme hot weather, 70 miles an hour down the interstate. This is the result of what we got going on. All right, well, it's like after 5 o'clock. I failed you guys on video today. I've had so many phone calls, and thanks for calling, guys. We've talked to some InvisiShield people today. We've talked to a bunch of basement air people today. I know it's hot, and we're trying to get you guys worked through as quickly as we can on basement airs. But it just got away from me today. You saw the video of the roof. We took a look at that. The boys actually did get started on that. And we did do an air conditioner in another dog grooming van. I'll show you guys all that stuff on Monday. But man, it's just been today has just gone by so quickly. But again, thanks for all the phone calls. So sorry I didn't get more content this week. I'm coming back from my vacation. I'm really honored that you guys are calling me and you actually want to talk to me. So thank you. I've made a lot of friends in the last week with people I've been talking to on the phone. So thanks again, guys, for calling. Thanks for all the emails. Call me anytime. But as you see, the video got away from me today. So anyways, we'll be back on Monday. It's been terribly hot here this week, which I'm okay with. I'd rather sweat than freeze. I'm not a big cold fan, so I like the heat. So we're gonna get out of here. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and thank you to everybody who's been subscribing. I mean, when I went on vacation, we just crested the 900 subscriber mark, and I'm so honored. We're over 950. So guys, we're getting close to that 1,000 subscribers. Again, it's just amazing you guys want to watch and see what I do every day. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Please subscribe. And remember that this video is Cousin Gary approved. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Thanks.